Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to our session today. My name is Patricia Tomlinson. I'm sorry, and I'm a motivational speaker and a life coach for women that have been impacted by trauma and all forms of abuse. So today, our session is going to be discussing weight management, issues with weight, comfort eating, depression that can lead to comfort eating, and many other things that we as women endure simply because we like sweets and chocolates and many other things that put on a lot of weight in pounds. So, this session was actually inspired because the different women actually requested that, or some women were stating that they were having health issues or problems in regards to weight gain, weight retention. And so I recently started a new regimen where I am working out close to 5 to 6 days a week. I've changed my eating, and a lot of it has to do with some health issues that I personally underwent. So I'm going to explain that as we get more into the video. So, ever since I was 12, I think I battled with my weight. When I was a young girl, I had some sexual things that happened to me in regards to being molested. So, I think when that happened to me, as well as the rejection that I endured with my family, I think that not having an outlet or someone to talk to actually pushed me into comfort eating. Food became like a best friend to me. And I can't even explain that, but it was just the satiation of when I ate something delightful, the feeling that it would put in my stomach. I cannot explain where the two correlate because mentally and emotionally, I should have been seeking some type of outlet instead of pushing things in my mouth and down into my stomach. So about 12 years old, I've always battled with my weight. I was always very chunky, always had very large cheeks. It wasn't until I got into cheerleading where I actually started to slim down. But also, along with that, my mother was very mentally abusive, emotionally abusive. There was a lot of bullying in my family where my brothers would say, "You're fat." I remember the first guy that I dated called me fat, and I called him ugly, and somehow we ended up together. I just don't know where the two correlate. Nevertheless, from all of that, it just really put a down slope in me to actually understand what healthy eating was, what weight management was, and how to actually control it. So when I got in high school, I started to do cheerleading, and that slimmed me down quickly. But then it was an issue with that because it's like you're slimming down too fast. You get the little bulge in between your legs, your hips start spreading, and it's like, okay, are you sexually active? And so I had negativity on both ends of the spectrum. If I was too big, it was a problem. If I was too small, it was a problem. So unfortunately, that just made me uncomfortable within myself. I also suffered with low self-esteem, having two brothers. Of course, they don't want to see you get fit because you know how brothers can be. Who you talking to? If you're cute, I don't want you talking to my friends. So it was just a lot of confusion. Also, in our household, my mother, we didn't really buy healthy foods. We didn't do fruits. We didn't do vegetables. We did a lot of processed food, things from the fast food. My mother, she worked a lot, so she didn't really have time to sit at home and cook us healthy meals. We didn't do 3 meals a day. We didn't do snacks. If it was snacks, it was something that we got from the corner store. Um, and I remember some of my favorite snacks are like cake donuts, flaming hot Cheetos, and JoJo's. So you could just imagine how all those three together, eating those every day after school, and not to mention our lunches at school were very unhealthy. It was like pizza, it was subs, French fries, I think soy burgers, all types of juice, just loaded with sugar, loaded with processed, and sometimes we would eat like Mr. Hero subs or these other subs that were like really, really good. They were like $1.25 or taco salad. But those are not things that you would want to eat if you want to be healthy. So going through high school, even though I was cheerleading, I was chunky because I'm cheerleading, but I'm still eating crazy. And then they'll tell you once you get out of high school, if you're not active, you're pretty much going to blow up. So about 18, I started working at Mark's. That was another thing. I'm buying all the cookies and buying all the snacks, and they had these one little chocolate things. I think it was Ghirardelli. I'm not for sure, but I would pick a couple of those up. So
Call from Andrea
everything was just
Ramsey.
unhealthy. But everything was pretty much unhealthy. And so when I got older, of course I tried to work out, but I didn't have the right coaching. I didn't have the right understanding. And I also didn't understand that the reason why I was gaining so much weight was due to the fact that I was stressed. I had a lot of emotional trauma, mental trauma, emotional trauma that was going on in my life. And so for me, weight has always been something that I struggle with. Weight has always been something that I've struggled with. Not only just weight, but also identity. So when you put these factors all together, you got me at 32, highly overweight. There's also additional stress that took place in my life where I got boils on my body and on my skin, and I think that's more of an immune issue. So because I wasn't eating right or eating the right fruits and vegetables to combat these issues that were going on in my body, it just came to be a reoccurring issue where boils would come up out of nowhere. So the purpose of this video and the purpose of this session that I'm doing today is to bring health awareness to women. We as women, we have different hormones. We have different hormones that are released due to emotional issues. Not alone if you've been traumatized or any type of abuse in your life. Comfort eating for me was one of my major issues. I don't do it as much. I am more emotionally sound now, so I'll do like some hot tamales, which are like Mike and Ike's, but I don't do a lot of sweets. I don't do a lot of ice cream. As I stated, I recently just started working back out. I do like 5 to 6 days a week. And it's ironic because as I'm working out, I feel the pull to actually want to be healthy. I don't consume a lot of dairy anymore. I do like almond milk or cashew milk. I'm doing more fruits and vegetables. I'm eating 3 times a day. I'm doing my snacks, which are like pears or some type of fruit and vegetable. And I'm loading myself with a lot of protein as far as fish, and turkey meat. I do a lot of turkey meat now. But this all goes back to my childhood, being traumatized, being abused, abandoned, rejected, isolated, dealing with depression. Not only that, being a woman and just having that menstrual cycle and hormonal issues, not having anybody to talk to, not feeling like I belong, not feeling like I was important. All of these made food my best friend. And I've stayed in a lot of houses. I went through a journey where I stayed in close to 80 houses with different people. And I kid you not, food was their primary source of happiness. They were having a bad day. When it came time to eat, their whole attitude changed. And so I stayed in all these houses, and I was really able to notice that as Americans, our eating is very poor. Even some of the stores that I normally would shop at when I was shopping at Save-A-Lot, no disrespect to Save-A-Lot, it just was not a large selection of fruits and vegetables. You have one aisle. And so this caused me to actually look at the food. When you go into the store, you may see a third of the section of the store is fresh fruits and vegetables, and that's together. And then when you walk through the rest of the store, it is all processed food with a lot of I want to say preservatives, just loaded. And when I look at the label, it has like B6 yellow incorporated, thiamine, and I wasn't doing any research to understand what this stuff was or the effects that it would have on my body. And so, as I stated, I wanted to do some type of video or some type of support for women because I feel like when we break up, the 2 main things that we normally go to, which are unhealthy, is normally eating or we cut our hair. Because we want the change, but we're not willing to really go inside and take the time to plan a 6-month diet plan or lifestyle change to actually accommodate what's going on for future. So when you see a woman that breaks up, sometimes you'll see her 6 to 9 months later and she's gained a lot of weight. Because for me, I have to learn how to process what has happened to me and what's going on the inside, get it out so that I'm not stuffing my mouth with foods that are unhealthy. So as I stated, weight, food, and other things have been a problem with me for a long time. There was a time recently where I actually got up to like 195 pounds. And when I expressed that to people, they said, you don't look like it, but I felt like it. I was tired. I was lethargic. I was cranky. I had no energy. I just felt like I wanted to sleep all day. And now that I'm working out and I'm starting a little initiative with women, I'm just talking to them little by little, like incorporate some fruits and vegetables into your diet plan. Don't eat so much dead stuff like, well, I still eat meat. I haven't turned into a vegan or anything. I still consume meat. But I will tell them, try to make your plate more of 60% of fruits and vegetables, the rest 20% meat, 20% starches, or however. But this is important to me because women, when we look good, we feel good. But if you're not feeling good on the inside, chances are, even if you look good on the outside, you still don't feel good. So this is so that the two can actually come together and match. When you think about how you feel as a woman on the outside, when you lose weight, you feel better about yourself. You feel more confident. It brings about a boldness to where it's like, hey, if a man wants me or not, I really don't care. So health really correlates into more than one field than what we understand. So this seminar, it was requested by women because they wanted to know, and it was a lot of older women that were having joint issues, inflammation issues, and the question was, how can I get healthier? So my whole theology is that you only get one body. You only have one body. If you don't take care of it, it will not go the distance. It won't last you long. So many of us are under stress or trauma that is still having an effect on our bodies till this day that we haven't really dealt with or coped with. And so it is causing us to use food as an outlet. So now that that is changing for me, I'm getting over a lot of trauma. Most of you don't know this, but I went through 8 years of homelessness where I stayed close to 8 homes. I have been molested, raped. I went through poverty, rejection from family, issues with my mother and my dad, which are not in my life even at this present moment. I'm really estranged from my family. So when you have those issues, a lot of times when you're at home, it's like, okay, let me go grab a snack. And then before you know it, 2 to 3 hours, you're doing it again. And then 15 minutes, you're doing it again. And opening that refrigerator or getting those snacks, unfortunately, it just becomes your friend. And that's what food did for me. But now, it's so much that is changing. So I have a goal. I have about 45 weeks until my birthday. And so I'm going to be posting content and material to inspire people to get up off the couch, not spend as many hours scrolling, because, the only muscle that's going to work out is your thumb muscle, and it's going to strain your eyes. So even if you get up and walk around your house or do some squats or walk up the steps, or if you're going to a building, don't take the elevator, which we did today. Take the steps. Nevertheless, there are so many things that you can do, little small adjustments that will help you in your weight loss goal. And it's not necessarily about weight loss, but it's just about being healthy. I know women that are 110 pounds or 120 pounds and they're still not healthy. So it is not about necessarily your weight amount, which it can be important. It's more about how you feel. Do you have energy? Are you able to go throughout the day? Do you feel like you want to sleep all day? Are you tired? Things like that. So I wanted to post this video just to give a little bit of information about my new, let's say, lifestyle change and my new journey. So you can like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I will be updating more information about my healthy lifestyle journey. So I'll see you all soon.